Right now, in an immediate sense, as it stands, next week, if you're the go, there's basically probably maybe one person, if they win HOH, that'll probably be targeted.
I would say minimum of 3, maybe 4. And I'm telling you right now,
I don't think
I promise
next week
you
immediately.
I'm telling
I really
Eric, I'm not lying to you. There's a plan that will get you out of this house. I guarantee it. I fucking promise you. 98% unless you win the POV. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. Period. End of story. Believe me or don't believe me, dude.
Next week?
That's right. Or the week after that.
I mean, are you alleging you have
Everyone
details
on your
of such a
side
plan?
isn't on your side, and you know that. Dustin isn't on anybody's side but his own, and you know that. Dustin's full of shit. Dustin's a liar. Dustin's a bullshitter. Dustin's out for himself. You know just from the POV that he won. I'm not alleging anything. I'm telling you there is a plan, and you will be joining me in sequestering.
Well, do you have specific evidence of this, or just theorizing?
There is a plan. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not giving you any details about anything that would be to my detriment, and you know it as well as I do.
Well, how would it be to your detriment?
To tell you what the plan is?
Well, yeah, in that you...
No, I'm telling you what it is, and that's all I'm going to tell you, and I'm not being it. Listen, I told you all why I was a complete and total fucking asshole.
Right.
Okay? I haven't lied about anything, dude.
Right.
Okay? Jen goes up and tells Jessica that Dustin and me are in an alliance.
Yeah.
And she's like freaking out and crying and all this stuff. And I don't know exactly what this situation, but Jessica's the one that told me that. And if she's lying, good for her. If she's not, I don't think so, because Jen's been acting really fucking weird because I said something about it to Dustin in front of her. So Jen's a liar. Jen's a floater. Zach's a fucking floater that is like a limp dick. Okay? Worse than his own. Jessica has no HOHs. Jessica has no threat in any of the fuck. Or no, I'm sorry, not Jessica. Jamaica. She has no 4 HOHs she gave up. She's no threat in any competition whatsoever. If you heard her huffing and puffing when she was hanging upside down, the only reason she won the POV was because Dustin was a fucking tool and took all of that stuff and Jen threw the competition. That's the only reason she won it.
Well, let me ask you a couple of really obvious basic questions, and I'm sure you have answers to them. One, why would going at this point
flipping over
to the end with the two of you collectively, why would that be good when we know that if either of you win the final HOH, you're going to take each other?
Well, and so would you two.
So
right?
It would just be a handshake that at the 4, whoever the best person wins is taking them themselves or whatever.
Well, it is what it is at that point. I mean, honestly, dude, it goes down to 3, and then the 3 that's the one that decides.
Okay, now let me ask you another, and obviously the most glaring and obvious question.
My concern is immediate.
You guys came...
At you.
Well, my concern, you guys came after me. You buried me. You discredited me. You made every...
With my ass is on the block, and my ass should be going home this week. Okay?
And it will be if something, doesn't change. We all know that. That's it.
Even wash.
Right.
My goal was to keep Danielle in the house. I did what I needed to do, which will also show you that I'm pretty good under fucking pressure.
Right.
All right. Sorry, what was the B? How can you trust me?
Well, what? Why? Because you sit here now and need to be saved.
One of the songs that these guys were singing was what? That enemies need to become friends in order to get to the end. Right. Wasn't that the exact line?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, you know that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to the end. You know that, but.
Who do you have a better chance
but the
with?
question,
Amber and Dustin?
Well, the question
Jamaica
is, I know from a competitive standpoint, fine, but let's face the facts. Danielle cut a deal with Kaylin. She went home the week she was promised to stay. The week, not 3 weeks later.
Okay, first off, Danielle cannot promise anyone's votes, which is the first thing that I told Kale.
Right.
You know that as well as
No,
I
I understand that, but she did not. Just to play devil's advocate, she was the HOH. She had the option of not nominating Kale if she promised Kale her safety.
No, she didn't say that. She told her that her and Jen were going to go up. That's what she told her. And she said that she wanted Jen to go
As far
home.
as it was told to me, it was that her safety was promised to her for the week, so that she had a week of not,
She said that she would be the pawn, and in the meantime, all of the shit with you came up, and that's when stuff changed. Things change in this house on a fucking dime.
Well, obviously,
this is still from the fucking guitar thing.
Let's look at it this way, all right? If I were to consider this, which I'll never rule anything out, and I always give the courtesy of everyone who's nominated to hear them out. And
let me add one
just
thing.
saying, it needs to be, and I'm not like, I personally, as far-fetched as this may sound to you, I have not offered, nor have I cut, nor have I accepted a single deal in this house with anyone. In order for this to happen, I would need, really a lot offered to me. And at the place you're in, it's either you're leaving or you're staying. But it will require, really some guarantees. And I mean, no, I'm good, thank you.
Can you keep an eye on that saw, please? Just look at it. Turn it off. I'll turn it back on. Like what?
I'd have to think about it, I have to think about it.
Both of your safety. I'm guaranteeing.
I mean, I'm thinking...
We're not going to put you on the block, nor vote against you.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. What we were talking about from before all of this happened, you went on the block, you were safe. I'm on the block. If you guys save me, we got it. We got more than an even wash. It's actually in your favor. Okay? And I will owe you tremendously. I'm ready to go home, dude. I'm ready to go to sequester. I'm looking forward to a week on the beach by myself, away from all these fucking idiots in Mexico, wherever they're going to send me. Do I want to go home? Fuck no, I don't want to go home. I want to stay here.
The way as it currently stands, in the immediate sense, I don't have a problem. And then I will need to do something to shuffle the deck, in a week or two. But in, the very immediate sense, I don't have a problem. If we were to do this, we obviously have, well, Jamaica can't win HOH, so fine. But obviously you have an immediate problem with Amber.
Immediate problem with Amber, and that's going to be really on Jessica too. She's going to be fucking furious with Jessica,
Right.
and we'll be breaking up this whole we thing, which is a good thing.
And there needs to be assurances from Zach and Jen also. I'm not, I can't put myself in the regard that I can't fucking pull some sort of harebrained, crazy-ass thing out of my ass and then go up or go home next week because I do it.
Okay, Jen hates Dustin. Now, Zach hates Dustin. Zach wants to vote Dustin out. The problem is he made a promise to Jessica saying that he would vote me out if she didn't put him on the block. He's told me that. She hasn't told me that. He's told me that. And he's even said, I might vote for you anyway, but it's going to cause me a lot of problems, and she's really, really going to be mad at me. If that can be squared away with Jessica, which you can take care of.
Right. I guess this is the question.
At least a 3-3, and you wouldn't even have to be involved. Jessica would be the one. If you wanted to take on the brunt, you would be voting for me too. If not, it'd be 3-3 trying to come down to Jessica, but she's going to stand in front of everyone and betray her alliance, which...
Right. Well, obviously you know this by the way you're speaking, and I'm not making any bones about it at this point, and we all know this. I'm not hiding this fact. Anything I'm doing, she's coming with me. So,
And anything I'm doing, Danielle's coming with me.
Right.
And I don't.
And I mean it. And I mean it to the end. And I don't care who wants to try and put us up against each other or who wants to do it.
Get rid of fucking Jen next week. Jen's the only competitor out of the people that are left, and Jen is a fucking liar that's going back and forth, fucking with everyone. And enough is enough. She should go. She's been here fucking 6 weeks overtime. She should have been gone the first fucking week in this goddamn place.
I've spent a lot of time this week with Dick and Jen because they're trying to figure out what they can
where they're at.
do or whatever.
Floaters,
It's interesting to try and suss out what it is they may or may not be doing. I think they both are talking out both sides of their mouth to a certain extent. So
I know. Without a doubt.
What is up?
Is my slop okay?